Hello and welcome to My Podcast Is. This is our episode number 3, and once again today I'm going to speak to an international artist from the world of the performing arts. Today my guest will be Kristian Benedikt, internationally renowned Lithuanian tenor. And we are going, of course, to speak again about the life as an artist, particularly in these difficult times when we all suffer from the pandemic all around the world. And Kristian has suffered in a particular way from it because he actually caught the illness, and he's also telling us about those difficult weeks he went through. But he also wants to give us a message of hope. And so he is also telling us how he has recovered and how he is now giving hope and strength to other people in these difficult times. One means to do that for an artist is always, of course, to make music. And very recently, on February 14, Kristian has also done a concert, an online concert, as many of them do nowadays, of course. And a little excerpt from that we are going to show you in the middle of our interview today here, where Kristian is singing a small 3-minute excerpt from Verdi's Otello. But now, without further ado, I let you discover what I had to say and what we were discussing together, Kristian Benedikt and myself. Enjoy. If today in the opera world one speaks about Giuseppe Verdi's Otello, immediately one name comes to mind of people, and also one voice comes to our ears, and that's the voice of Kristian Benedikt. And I'm very happy to have Kristian today here with me here for My Podcast Is experience. And I'm saying hello, Kristian, good to have you here.
Hello, Rudolf. Yeah. Nice to hear you, and I'm happy, and thank you for your invitation. Yeah.
Of course. Well, I should of course add it's not only Otello, but Otello comes to mind immediately, but there are many roles of that heavy spinto repertoire that you are touring around the world. And well, as you know, our podcast, My Podcast Is, we speak a lot about the influence of COVID and the pandemic that it has on the arts, on the artists especially. And of course, somebody like you, who is an international star, you have certainly been affected very much. Now, we'll come to a very personal part of that in a moment, but maybe you just tell me, when it all started, when the whole pandemic started in the beginning, where were you? Were you performing at the time, or were you at home? You are from Lithuania, so maybe you were at home. What happened at the moment when it started for you?
So when pandemic started in China, I had a production in Bilbao. So I made one role and house debut. I sang Eric in Bilbao, together with the Bryn Terfel. It was a very nice production last January 2020. So, and I heard about this pandemic. And by the way, my wife visited my opening, and she told me then after that it's very strange that why people so coughing around, how never before, never in another performances. So it was very strange, So first of all, the same. Then we of course heard from some newspapers, from media that some virus in China somewhere like this. It was February, And I sang my performances, Robert Wilson's production in Vilnius, Turandot. It's co-production with Madrid House. So I sang my performances. And then after immediately I started Ernani rehearsals, because we have also Ernani in our house. We try to make a revival, but just maybe 3 or 5 days before the first the performance, then our government closed all houses. But in this moment, in Lithuania, was only one person who has the coronavirus. Only. So for us
Okay.
was very stupid. We haven't a lot of people. Only one man was infected. Nobody dies. Not
Yeah.
10, 100 or 1,000 infected. Only one person. So the Hernani was cancelled, and of course after that we have a long fast period. About 3 months. About 3 months we have quarantine. Of course, we sang at homes, we do something, and online some lessons, of course, recordings somehow. Of course, in general, me and my family, we are very, very optimistic, very positive. Until now, I still positive. I'm finding the depressed and negative emotions is my biggest enemies. I hate this. Even if we still will be in quarantine maybe 1 year, 2 years, or 5, I don't agree to be a depressive and without hope and without optimism.
But that's good.
It sounds very strange.
It's very important.
But it's my nature. So I fighting in my prayers, spiritually, and with my whole mind. So it's like this. So
have you been able to leave Lithuania since Hernani cancellation, or have you been at home since then practically?
All my contract was cancelled. I had very nice contract. I had, for example, invitation to sing in Malta, a festival for independent of Malta, Ocello in April. It was cancelled, or it was replaced to 2021. But now again, it's cancelled or replaced. I had an invitation from Peter's Dvorsky Festival to opening gala.
Bratislava.
Yes, not in Bratislava, in another place, but Peter's Dvorsky's festival. He's personally invited me. It was very, very nice because I know this great Czech tenor.
Yeah, sure.
And but it also replaced. Let's hope that I will sing in 7th of August. Yeah. By the way, it's very close to Vienna. This place.
L'avrei portato la croce crudele andate e l'onde con calma frante e
But then also something happened to you yourself, and I'm
Yes.
really grateful that you are talking to us here about this, because not everybody
Yeah.
would do that. But
Yeah.
as far as I know, you caught the COVID virus and you felt ill.
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
tell our people here a bit about your personal experience?
Of course, no problem. So, of course, after the first wave of Corona in Lithuania, we also we started some concerts and some arts activities. For example, I sang Lied von den Erde with National Philharmonic Orchestra. I had some concerts. I mean, that is June, July, yeah, and of course, and then I organize master classes for very famous coach from Italy, Enrico Reggioli. Enrico Reggioli,
Yeah.
he working with Anna Netrebko, Yusuf Aivazov last 2-3 years. So we met in New York in Metropolitan Opera when I sang as Queen of Spades, and I invited he to Lithuania, because in Lithuania. And I remember when I invited him in the middle of July, I said, Enrico, please come to Lithuania. Lithuania is safest country in Europe. We having coronavirus, blah, 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 like this. Yeah. So finally he came and he catch coronavirus here in Lithuania.
Right.
And he stayed in his hospital 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And also I catch coronavirus too. So because it started in Opera House, because it was some guests. They made Anna Bolena new production. It was some singers from Italy. Probably, you never know. Probably this coronavirus came from Italy or from another country or from
wherever. Yes,
we don't know.
exactly.
Yes,
yeah.
we don't know. But the 8th of August, 7th of August, I had contract for Queen of Spades here in Lithuania, Vilnius City Opera, with Smee Grigorian. I met Queen of Spades in 2008, the same production. It was a revival, and maybe 1 hour before first rehearsal, can you imagine, the head of this company and the stage director, Dalia Vehoptaite, she called me from London and asked me, "Are you okay? How you feel, Kristian?" I said, "Yeah, I'm okay. Why are you asking? What's happened? Did you read the newspapers, or in the internet? Did you see the latest news just 15 minutes ago?" I said, "No, sorry. I'm not all the time in the internet." So she told me that the general manager of Lithuanian National Opera, Jonas Sagalauskas, he has a coronavirus. Did you read about this? Did you contact with him? I said, yes, I contacted with him a few days ago. And she asked, please, can you don't go please to rehearsal now, directly, just if you can make a test ASAP. Because the Queen of Spades, the first performance was planned maybe 6 days after the first rehearsal. So I said, okay, within 2 hours, I go to hospital, the main hospital in Vilnius, and I made the test with my wife. So, and after 6 hours, after midnight, the next day, I have got a result. So I was detected.
Positive.
Yeah, positive. And I go to hospital next day, and they said, yeah, you are okay. You can be home, but you should stay at home. So the first 5 days was not so bad, but my condition was not so bad, but temperature is coming higher and higher. And after one day, I started at 37 Celsius, and then 38, 39. And after 6 days, I go to hospital. Then after 3 days, I go to intensive therapy.
Right.
So all in all, I stay in hospital 4 weeks. 2 weeks in
Really?
intensive therapy, and 2 weeks in a hospital.
Okay.
My wife follows me. Maybe after 10 days he go to hospital, and also our children also stay at home. And I'm not sure about my son. He's 15 years old.
Yeah.
Because he never has
Symptoms.
he never has symptoms and positive test. And but also he hasn't also the positive antibodies test.
Okay.
Also.
Yeah.
But our daughter, 12 years old, she has coronavirus, and she was at home maybe 1.5 months, because it always continue positive tests. So.
But did she have symptoms as well, the girl?
Pardon me?
Did she also have symptoms, your daughter, or just positive?
Yeah.
She had symptoms, yeah.
She has very simple, just a bit coughing, few days maybe, but not something serious. Yeah. So, but I was very difficult. So when I back to hospital, I had inflammation in all my lungs. All my lungs. So the doctors was very worried about me. And so, but the hospitals was quite empty. It was not so many people in the hospitals of COVID. So I have a lot of attention, and I'm very happy and very lucky for this time.
Yeah.
Not like today in Lithuania. Today in Lithuania, it's of course not so bad like was in last end of December, but a lot of people in the hospital, much more than in August. So
it's a bit like the same here.
Bad. I felt not so bad, but I would have to say that this coronavirus is very strange, because sometimes people, we heard that our, for example, colleague Kristian Benedikt, the Bulgarian tenor, he passed away. He felt also not so bad. He was at home. I spoke with his wife, and then finally he goes to hospital, and after 10 days he passed away. It was very strange. So I felt not so bad. And for me, it was very strange that the doctors a bit panic. They're going around me and saying, "Yeah, we what about you? Situation very serious. How you feel?" I feel very good. What problem? So I was calm, but of course the results and when they always they connect my body to the machines, to the computers.
Yeah.
And they intensive therapy, every minute they see what's happening with your body, with your blood. So, but thanks God that, and really I'm very thankful for my friends, for all people who support me, pray for me, and send me positive messages, and this is very important. So.
Yeah.
So
I think the psyche is very much affected by that, isn't it? Yeah.
Finally, the 1st of September, I have got the second negative test. I was in the standard the hospital, not intensive therapy, and 10 of September I back home. And after a few weeks, I started a concert. The first concert was in church. Yes. It was special messa, but after 3 weeks I sang 3 concerts every day with Beethoven 9. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of October in different cities. Of course in Lithuania, because everywhere. So I made well these concerts.
Yeah, but do you think, Kristian, do you think that the fact that you are a singer and that you train your lungs, your muscles, your whole respiration, do you think that it helped you to recover more quickly, that you came back so quickly? Because it's quite surprising that.
Yes. I started when I left intensive therapy, because in intensive therapy you can do nothing. You just lay in your bed, and 2 weeks I didn't walk. I didn't walking, So that first my steps was after you back from cosmos, the step by step. But from the first day when I was disconnected from the machines, I kept moved to my room, and I started to do some exercise, do sport as possible. And I remember, I would like to say some intimate details. For example, I go to the shower after 2 weeks, because when you're in intensive therapy, you can go to shower. Just a little bit washing, but that's all. So after 10-15 minutes, I back to my bed and took the respirator. I mean oxygen. How to name this?
Oxygen mask. Oxygen mask.
Oxygen mask. Yeah. Yes. Oxygen. Thank you. Thanks, like this. It wasn't easy, It was. So my body was weak. My lungs was enough weak, but I started to do some exercise. I do some yoga exercise. I still doing some, for example, Strelnikova exercise.
Yeah.
My colleagues who now listening, for example, you can find this exercise on YouTube. If you put the Strelnikova exercise, doesn't matter, Latin letters or Russian, you will find this. The Strelnikova, she was an opera singer, by the way.
Yeah.
She was, this exercise she discovered maybe 40 or 50 years ago. I don't remember exactly, but many years ago. And this exercise is very good to training your lungs in general. I mean, this exercise doing not only opera singers, of the actors, and just people who have some problem with the lungs, asthmatics and
And so when we were preparing this interview, when we were preparing this interview, you also said that since then you have been also having positive results, because even today or yesterday you were giving blood plasma, and can you tell us a bit about that? Because I think that's a very positive message that people should know about.
From the beginning, when I back from hospital, I always giving interviews, and I always participate in some TV shows. Also, for example, I was the first one who was filmed by very famous TV channel in Lithuania, that I'm giving the plasma, and it helps for a lot of people. I remember that exactly after this show, the one priest called for me, and he asked me, please, we had one man who in intensive therapy, he needs the plasma. Can you give him plasma, because it's the same kind of blood. My blood is the plus third rhesus plus, I said, okay, no problem. I can do this. So it's good. So I until now I gave 8 times plasma. 8 times. Wow. And exactly now, today I have talked with blood center. They told me that my antibodies still the strongest, and they asked me if you can give us plasma next week, the 9th time. I said, okay, no problem. I can give, and it's very joke, that I gave plasma 13th of January. It's very important day for Lithuania, because it was like we fighted for independence of Lithuania.
Independence Day,
Then 16th of February, it was like a restore of independence 100 years ago. It's okay. I gave again plasma. And now I'm joking that I will be give maybe plasma 11 of March, because this also we celebrate another independent day.
So the independent blood of Kristian. Yes.
Yeah, but, serious. But seriously, I would like to support all people. That doesn't matter we are singers or not singers, dancers or just workers or businessmen or politics. We should have hope. We should believe that this virus not forever. Everything what has beginning in our life has the end too. So the good things and bad things have beginning and have the end. And this virus, he came, but not forever. I am sure. Of course, it takes times, it takes efforts, it also takes some lives. Of course, but God exists. So I mean that the destiny, it's very unique for every man, every person. But we should believe that this is not forever. And thanks God, we have now vaccination, we have also antibodies, we have immune system. So let's hope that this pass away, and let's hope that this season of coronavirus, I mean, usually season of grippe season, it is from October until April. This season was worst in this pandemic situation. Let's hope that next year will be better.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe one last question, Kristian, before we wrap this up. But and what do we have learned, or what will we have learned when all of this is over as artists? I mean, not as a human being. You just told us, thankfully, a lot about your personal experience, but as an artist and for the art form, for opera, for theater, what do you think will be the experience that we learned from that? Is there some lesson to take from that?
Of course, yeah. First of all, you again must remember that you are not only singer. You are not only singer, The personality, it's not only your profession. You are not only husband or father or son or brother, something more. So for me personally, so this time was a good time to restore again my prayers, my fasting, my meditation. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. So it was time to again to renew my relationship with the Lord. The relationship with my God. This time it was possibility again to think about my existence in general, because I'm not stupid man. I understand that our life, the Earth's way is very enough short. 70, 80, 90, 100, okay, but that's all. So we have limitation. You agree, yeah?
Sure.
But everybody, not every day, of course, maybe time from time, thinking, what's happened after?
Yeah.
Where we're going? Yeah. Where we'll be after my death? After my body's death? Yeah. Well, I'm going. Where I'm going? Yeah. So it is good time thinking about this, meditation about this. It's very important. It's most important. Then, of course, important family. I have 3 children. Of course, my biggest daughter is she living separated. My another children, my son and daughter, 12 and 15, they are together with us. But it's good time to have time with your family, and of course, it's good time to find that if you are have good ideas, you can create something in pandemic time. For example, I create the new possibilities. I organized tenoriada. What's mean tenoriada? Tenoriada, I organized the first recording a very popular Lithuanian song, Švelnumas, that tenderness, yeah. They made recording 19 tenors, 19.
Okay, yeah,
19.
yeah.
After the first quarantine, I organized the first concert. 30 of June, we made concert. 15 tenors. 15 tenors made concert with the orchestra. It was fantastic time, and we repeat this in the middle of July, and it was fixed in a Lithuanian Genius record book. We have a recording that the 15 tenors made the recorded one song. So it was very funny.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
and we continue, by the way. Just now for Valentine's Day days, because we have again quarantine, we made the one song, 10 tenors singing Un amore così grande. Okay, Lithuanian language. We made for the Lithuanian people. Yeah.
Sure.
But it's very funny. So, secondly, I singing at home as usually. Not every day, but quite second day. I working, I training my voice. Now, for example,
very important.
From New Year, I lose more than 20 kilos. So I make some exercise sport at home.
Well, you are an exception. Everybody tells they have gained weight, but you lost some. That's good.
Yes. I lost 12 kilos from New Year. Of course, I was enough, overweight, but I'm not slim guy, not
sure.
not some young tenors, not lyric tenors, but I working with my body, I working with my voice. Also, I started and working more regularly. I have opening lessons, vocal lessons. I have students from Paris, from Oslo, from Israel. I working, and it's also very good. I feel happy because it also supports myself.
Sure.
And these young people. And I found that I'm not bad teacher. It's also very good because I have good results. And they are very happy. Then I preparing the new roles. I preparing, for example, Corrado in Lithuania. I should make Ponchielli. Americano Ponchielli wrote also opera in Lithuania about us.
Yeah.
So I preparing, and I should do these recordings probably next month. Corrado, it's a very dramatic role, very tough role, maybe much tougher than Enzo, really.
Okay.
Also preparing Parsifal, the Wagner.
Oh, great!
Never sang before.
Great. Yeah.
So I'm preparing, and I'm working, and with some coach from Vienna also. I working, and if you mentioned this concert 10 days ago, last Saturday, I sang Parsifal, not aria, but solo from second half. Fortas, the first time. So it was during this
we just saw a little excerpt from the concert, not from Parsifal, but from another piece. We just saw a little excerpt for our audience in the middle of the interview. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Well, Kristian, that's great, and that gives people a lot of hope, and that's really important, I think, those days. Well, thank you for being so open-minded. Thank you for being so talking so open about all of this, and I think it's important to do that, and very grateful for what you said, and best of luck, and let's all hope that times will become a bit more normal just again once all of this is be a bit better and over. As it is said in that famous gospel song, we shall overcome, right?
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you, Kristian. Thank you so much, and good luck for all your new ventures and for all your new ideas. And I hope we speak again soon. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. God bless you.